Little Wonders of the Palm Beaches is brought to you by Discover the Palm Beaches and Palm Beach County, the best way to experience Florida.
Mangroves are essential for the health of our estuaries in Palm Beach County. There are two local brothers who started out a company to help preserve and conserve these natural resources.
Florida. Florida is a place that I grew up. It's a place that I've had passion for the environment, for the people, and for the community. We've put so much pressure on the land that there's a need for human involvement. I'm Kyle.
I'm Keith.
And we're the Mang Bros. Keith and I are Florida natives, born and raised in West Palm Beach. We started our mission in 2015 to give back to Mother Nature. Mang is a high performance and gear company. We're dedicated to preserving and restoring our coastal ecosystem. So every product we sell, we actually plant a mangrove for you, and we call that our Buy One, Plant One initiative. We plant a mangrove in the ground for you, and then we send a certificate of the latitude and longitude of where that mangrove's planted at. So one day you can go visit your Mang and be like, what's up, Mang? So we came up with our Buy One, Plant One initiative as a way to give back to the environment and as a way to give back to our customers.
Kyle and I collect, grow, and plant mangroves to increase the survivability and productivity of each tree, giving them the best chance possible to make it in the wild. Every mangrove planted has the capability of providing habitat for thousands of organisms throughout its lifetime.
Mangroves provide habitat for bird species. These are rookeries for them. We have habitat for fish. So the roots that go into the ground, we call those prop roots on the red mangroves. They provide habitat at high tide for the fish to go up and hide. They also provide structure for oysters and barnacles to grow on. And then they also hold our sediments in the ground. So they help with soil erosion and they help with sediment overload. Mangroves are probably one of the coolest species just because they have the ability to sequester carbon into the ground. That's a great ecosystem function, not only because carbon is actually a good thing. Carbon feeds the estuary and it also feeds our offshore reefs. Also, the leaves that drop from mangroves provide what we call detritus. That detritus breaks down into organic material that feeds bacteria, phytoplankton, zooplankton, any kind of fish that grows up in Florida. About 70 to 75% grow up in the estuary. So that detritus then breaks down through the system and it also sends rich nutrients out to our offshore reefs.
And we're so thankful for all the support we have from all of our customers and everyone who supported our path along the way.
You know, the big thing we started the company was to give back. You know, Keith has always had a passion for planting trees and I've always had a passion for the environment. You know, we're doing this for the future. You know, we're doing this for our kids and our kids' kids. And we're hoping that we're gonna start a movement of companies like us that are gonna really revolutionize the way that we consumers buy products and reap the benefits from those products. So when someone purchases a shirt, you get to tell them a story, right? You get to display your passion for the environment, your passion for these two dudes, Keith and Kyle, that want to plant mangroves for the rest of their lives. And without your support, we can't do that. We love this tree, we think it's cool, and we want to give back.
We want the generations under us to see the same beauty that we saw when we were growing up here in the state and understand why our ecosystems are important and to be outside and not in front of a television screen. Get outside, enjoy the outdoors, sniff a leaf.
That video was amazing. It's really cool to see what you guys are doing here locally in the Palm Beaches.
Thank you. So this is our nursery here in West Palm Beach, Florida. We started growing at this nursery here about 4 years ago as a means to give back to our local estuaries right here in Palm Beach County. So our ideal height for what we like to grow our mangroves to is about this right here. This is a 2.5-year-old mangrove. So we take this guy, we acclimate him to the salt water that he's gonna be in the surrounding areas, and then that ensures that it's, there's not gonna be a lot of stress in the plant when we bring it into the wild. And then these guys are gonna provide all the nutrients and resources for our fish and birds to grow up in. And without these guys, our oceans and our ocean reefs would be a lot different.
So how do you guys get these mangroves?
So we collect these mangroves free floating in our estuaries with a bunch of partners that we have around the state that collect them for us. And we start them in about 2 to 3 inches of water. We let them root out for a few months, and then we take them into the potting stage. And then we start to acclimate them to the salt water so that they're ready to go into the wild. We take them into the wild about 2 years, and then we let them grow up, and we go and we check on those sites about every 3 months to make sure that they're healthy, they're happy, and then seeing if we need to do anything to make sure that their survival is best. There's a few ways people can get involved. We have a lot of volunteer events where we have planning events where we're taking these mangroves and either potting them up in the new stage or putting them into the potting stage. And then there's, another way people are getting involved is by supporting our mission, by buying our gear, our stickers, our hats, our shirts, and becoming part of our family. What happens is we actually send the latitude and longitude of where that mangrove is planted so that people feel like they're involved and they actually get a personal certificate for their mangrove. That's why we started Mang, was to educate people about how important it is for these mangrove ecosystems to be around and to get kids outside and enjoying these outdoor environments that are essential to the health of our state.